This is the video review for the NECA Berserker Predator 7-inch figure. First, I will be starting off with the articulation, then the paint, and then the detailed sculpt. Like, incredibly detailed sculpt. Sorry. Alright, I said paint first. The helmet, we're going to take Falconer's blade. The helmet is a copper color with a black wash on it to dull it down a lot. It has black lenses. The body is a sort of gray color base with it, and it has like a darker gray wash on it to get the details more, as seen on the thighs and the inside of the legs. On the outside it's a complete gray color. On the outside it's a complete gray color with these check mark arrow looking like red markings. You got red spots up here on the arm, red dots on the abdomen and the pec. The rest have gray spots. Poorly done. Look much better on the prototype, but it's a $15 figure. Still amazing. Also, I forgot to mention that there's the check mark things over here on that leg too. The armor, just like Falconer's, is a dark color, except it lacks the silver dry brushing that Falconer's had. It has a copper dry brushing instead. And unlike Falconer's loincloth, this is a darker loincloth, or loincloth armor-like thing. I don't know what to call it. It's not metallic, not as copper, but it has copper dry brushed on it, just as the boots do. The gauntlet has copper dry brushed on, so does this one, with red highlights right here, or red dots. More red dots over here and there. The dreads are nice and long. Yeah. Give me a second, I'm checking something. And okay, and like I thought, these are not the exact same dreads as Falconer either. They're different sculpts, unlike the bodies. The bodies are the exact same. I guess that's to save on money and molds and whatnot. Or just time, because the bodies are close enough. So, dreads are resculpted, red tips, silver rings, and black, and a glossy black finish. You got quills over here. They're better seen over here. You got 3 little quills and 1 medium-sized quill, all with red tips. The head is the gray color with red and gray dots. Moving on to articulation. Just as Falconer, ball jointed head, swivel waist, ball hinged or hinge swivel shoulders, both sides, swivel hinged elbows, ball jointed wrists, V crotch cut thighs, hinge swivel knees, and swivel ankles. Covers articulation. The detail in this figure is phenomenal, just like Falconer, and just like the soon-to-be reviewed classic. The cannon, awesome, lots of detail. It folds down, comes up, rotates this way, and just like in the movie, the barrel turns. That is super sweet. Very nice addition. The blade, mentioned before, it's a clear plastic painted silver, pegs in there. Unlike Falconer's, whose blade does not want to stay in there at all, Falconer's falls out a lot, this one stays in there nice and snug. Details on the gauntlet are the exact same as Falconer's. Very detailed, very nice sculpt. Body, very nice. Only thing that I'd change for the body is actually sculpt the scales on here. Falconer didn't have scales, and hence the reason they used his body here, I guess. Actually, that makes absolutely no sense. No, they just want to reuse a body so less to sculpt. It would have been nice though if the scales were sculpted on, because the scales were what was supposed to be the gray dots and the red dots. But instead they're just dabbed on with a paintbrush. A friend of mine, Toys210, did a very good repaint up here with a green color. Looks nice. Much darker. I like the little folds he has, like scales and whatnot on the back. Looks really cool. Lots of detail packed into 7 inches. The articulation doesn't take away from the sculpt either, because it's actually very well hidden. The boots are detailed. So many panels and frames and whatnot in it. Amazing. Textured amazingly well. The armor has a nice pounded look to it. The helmet is smooth, just like in the movie. Cannon's mega detailed. The dreads aren't smooth either, just like in the movie. They're more rough, like they got ran over by something. Like that look too. The back of the loincloth, sculpted to look like leather. Perfect touch. NECA, I believe this figure surpasses the Hot Toys figure. I don't have the Hot Toys one yet, and I know this is going to cause a big argument, but this is cheap and very accurate. So for what I'm getting right now, I believe I got a $20 figure for $15. Hot Toys, $200 for that Berserker. It's great and all. Don't worry, I'm getting it. Getting Falconer and Tracker too if they make them. And the Classic. But I just feel that maybe you should go back down to the $180, $160 range. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for the Classic Predator review following tomorrow. There's also going to be something special at the end. Take care, guys.